we have another new weekly, but there's also a new mini pack, which, by the way, if you wanted to purchase, you could use my creator code and purchase it on the SAP website to support me and such. That would be cool. But there's a bunch of new units. Maybe not a bunch, but it's a mini pack. Seems like a lot of ailment related things. And then a couple of funky ones like redistributing stats. That's funky. But we're gonna go into the weekly, which has not updated the telling me what it is thing, so we have to find out right now. I have Halloween kind of video game playlist music going, so it's gonna be a little all over the place. So we're just gonna have to live with it. Siamese cat, scale if we get discounted food. This is a new food, by the way. Can we, okay, farmer chicken. That's a scaling of sorts. Not exactly the most exciting, but it's there. Okay. Dalbomi? Dalbomi? Okay, a couple of attack because you have things in front of you. Adjacent friend attack stats things. Okay, some corn. Some corn. Ah, chimpanzee. Okay. I mean, it's not the best thing because these are start of battles. You kind of want that farmer dog plus chimpanzee really, but you know, you take what you can get, I suppose. Anyone jumped? I don't know if there's a lot of jumping going on. Oh, okay, rabbit. Okay, I'm seeing some rabbit plus corn stuff. Trying to get something discounted somehow. I don't really know. I'm just taking these. Come on. They gave us a free level. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do about that? That's the stuff. Hostess. That's the stuff. Hostess. Now, a lot of things obviously can still talk about, but let's talk about what I lost. How did I lose? That's cheating. Okay. I guess I take one of these. I guess I take two of these. Yeah. At first I was thinking you'd rather have this in front and then this behind, but this is gonna spawn a thing, so it'll guarantee get 2 attacks, which seems pretty decent. Pokemon Legends Z came out in the past week. Look at this, we're gonna get two kills. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I did watch some of it on Worcester's stream because he's Australian, so he kind of starts it early without actually like cheating and stuff, like a lot of other streamers will do. Okay. What is the armor situation? Red P gives 3 health. Interesting. Melon and steak, pita bread. And those are things, I guess. Pita bread wouldn't really work with the weakness, because the pita bread would go off, I'm assuming, but Toad's never a bad thing. A fairy armadillo is probably going to be a good thing to take. Scaling. Still don't know if there's an easy way to get a discounted food for the cat. I guess Tofu and Judy and Dave will both do that. I don't know if there's an earlier way to do that, though. I don't know if there's an earlier way to do it. Tardigrade seems eh. Tardigrade seems kind of eh, but there is like bear and stuff. Okay, I mean, I guess there's something to that. Okay, well, this is gonna. I mean, I could go sheepdog, and we get a spawn from this plus the spawn from the sheep. Gonna be a decent dog. Maybe just take the momentum there, not necessarily married to any of these units. Okay. I'll do that. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. This doesn't really benefit necessarily from anything else really, I guess, in that regard of like there's no shooting happening because I didn't take any of these things. But okay. I guess I would rather feed this. I don't know if this matters at all really. Okay, I want one of these. Yeah, I want one of those. I want one of those. Puppy toy for free lasagna. That's what I was considering at first. But I never usually take the dog, so I don't know. I figured I would try taking the dog. Figured I'd try taking the dog. New dog, that is. Okay. This does spawn a thing, and this is a bigger unit, but spend 1 gold to feed 1 quarterhouse nearest friend, and I don't even really know who I want to feed this to necessarily. Like, I don't really plan on keeping the dog, but I think a chicken would be alright to take. I think you gotta get rid of one of these. So this is guaranteed gonna be a 4-8. Yeah, so I think I'd rather get rid of this. I mean, this is passes back, makes this a 2-4. This does a spawn, which is good for the dog. You could also argue just getting rid of it. I don't know. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it. You could do this, because then this will. I guess you can't have that in the front, to be fair. Can't really have that in the front, to be fair. Only thing I don't like about this being here is that, as we saw with Kangaroo, just getting a lot of extra hits is a little dicey, but I guess that kind of would happen anyway. I don't know. Maybe I should just sell. Alright, you know what? I'm doing that. I'll feed you this, I guess. I'll feed you that, I guess. Ignore the jellyfish. Spend 1 year to go with corn cob ahead. Yeah, I'm not doing much with that gold, to be fair. I'm not doing much with that gold. Right? I don't think so. Alright, no major thing here. They have that at the back, which I think is kind of fine. So close. So close to being a disaster. That's a bit of RNG luck there, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie on that. Okay. Choose. That changed, didn't it? It's changed? Yeah, okay. Interesting. I think I'm rolling? Peanut. Before battle, deal 1 damage ahead. I think I'm gonna stick with this. Friend ahead faints. Deal 2 damage to the first enemy. Double if the friend was level 2. I think I'm gonna roll for more level potential. Well, I don't really want to level that, but I do want levels. I don't want to give the dog 1 stat. I think the roll is more valuable, and it was. We love the new Griffin. We do? I guess we do. It's just more options. Kangaroo. How do they get that chicken so big? It's working. It's working. Pokemon ZA. I don't know. It seems alright. 3 friends faint, gain 1 gold. Summon 1 3/3 and daze it. Kinda want to save the level for next turn, but maybe I just don't care about the dog? I mean, the dog has been good. You could go for more money for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think that works twice, does it? It doesn't, like... Does that stack? Actually, I have no idea. I'll say Pokemon ZA does not seem terrible. Which is maybe not the biggest bar. There are things about the game that I think are good and like steps in the right direction type of thing, but then there's other aspects where it's like, you know, classic Pokemon doing some things better, some things worse. And then of course that's also kind of ignoring stuff like the graphics being really bad and the entire city being one model for some reason. I'm not necessarily against the game taking place in one location, because that does allow, because, you know, some people are like, oh, it's not open world, it's worse. Well, you can look at other games and see, like, okay, I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if Yakuza is a good example, but games where the location is maybe smaller, but more packed with stuff, versus big for the sake of big, but a lot of kind of empty space not worth doing anything and spending time in. And I think I would definitely rather have a smaller space that has more stuff than a bigger space that's just bigger for the sake of bigger. What's coming up here? Because basically, I might level this and sell it if things here are enticing enough. Fairy Armadillo is certainly enticing, especially if you get a cauliflower on it. I feel like that'd be great. There are a lot of maybe not as enticing things here, but at the same time, most things here are kind of decent versus, I mean, a seal would certainly be decent. A rhino, I'm sure, would be pretty solid. Beluga, maybe. Rooster, okay. Maybe I just take it now. I've been kind of trying to play ahead of things, like, pace-wise and whatnot. And then maybe this is enough to, like, convince me to, like, just not care about the dog anymore. And then that way I can old mouse and attempt to old mouse, which is something I never do. I guess I'm gonna try that. I don't know if I want to be giving it stats, but I'm gonna try that. And then Mimic for more gold is interesting. I could definitely sell something and buy right now. 3-3-3-5. These span, I mean, a stork is generally better than a budgie. If I put this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't get the 6 unless you move this here and then have that there. Look, I don't think this is necessarily the best idea, but it's the idea that I'm doing right now. Oh, it feeds 2. I thought for some reason in my brain I thought it would feed 2 to 1 unit. What the? Oh, okay. You've just been doing that. All right. Well, so we're not gonna win this, obviously. It does work twice. I heard the trigger go twice. Okay. Well, I get 2 gold. That's pretty good. 3 friends bought, break, and give everything perma-stats. Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Okay. This is a good thing to sell. This is a good thing to sell. 3 friends bought. Okay. Do I want to continue doing the Mimic? Probably not. I probably don't have the space for that. So I'm going to sell it. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to sell it. Then, I don't want to do that. I don't necessarily want to keep these forever. Buy this. I can sell next. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't really, I kind of just want better units than this, but, I'm not opposed to also just getting the ability, right? You know what? Let's sell the sheep. And then when I buy this, it's gonna give stats to both of these. Which, I mean, these do spawn extra units, so they do kind of still do that, which is nice. That broke, so I don't need it anymore. Let's get money, I guess? And then now we have the 1 gold and we'll stat these 2, I suppose. No, we'll stat this. I don't know. I'm doing some funky stuff. Definitely not my normal type of stuff. You do like the new Griffin because it gave you level 3 Mammoth on turn 15. That is pretty nice. Mimic can trigger multiple times. Yes. A lot of, That moth, given the health, really paid off. I'll say that much. 2 friendly level ups. Alright, well that's obviously not happening, but, I guess either of these kind of do a thing we want. There's gonna be some spawns taking place. Let me look here. Anyone jump? That's not gonna be happening. A bear would be pretty sick. I would hope. Yeah. I mean, we definitely need more actual scaling. Granted, there's not a lot of easy ways to do that. A fairy armadillo would be probably what I want more than anything. I guess I will. Friend attacks. Friend faints. I guess this behind a farmer chicken isn't the worst. I think I'd rather do that than the frog. Okay, I mean, it's a level. We're not gonna get 2 levels, but... Swallow the leftmost pet, summon it at level 1 with base stats. We do kind of just need a bear, don't we, huh? These fit the strategy more. This might be better immediately, but... I guess I'm gonna do this then? This is less good immediately is the only thing. This is better immediately. This is less good immediately. But potentially better later. Could summon like a Hydra or something. Or a mammoth or something. I guess I'll take this one, fine. We're big spawning, even though we don't really have payoffs for spawns. We just have spawns. So that's something. All of the megas in Pokemon ZA, some that are cool, some that I don't necessarily love. Oh, garlic is a little rough, but we got it, okay. One of the ones that most people are talking about is Mega Starmie, of course, which is cool. 3 friends sold. Well, I can definitely do that. Remove 6 attack from all other pets to a minimum of 4. I don't necessarily care about that. This is how you get, yeah, you stock a 2 cost and then you, but Siamese, we're kind of past it. I guess we're almost looking for, am I looking for a seal that I'm gonna like, give a bunch of stuff to? Maybe. A black bear, or a regular bear would be good too. I guess I wait on the sell because I'm not interested in these yet. Okay, well there's that, but it doesn't really come together the same way. I see, okay. Give adjacent pets 1 attack and health if food discounted. I will think about that, I guess. How much better is the level 2 boys? I guess a lot better, right? Adjacent friends attack. Nope. Buy, give corn cobs. Okay, I should probably do something. I should probably do. Oh, rabbit works well because it does feed that too. Okay, maybe it's time to restructure. Maybe it's time to restructure some things here. Sell this because it makes 2 things. Okay. Problem is I can't make room without... Well, it's kind of had to happen that way, I guess. To be fair. So... I don't think it really matters. One of them I'm selling... Oh, no. You'd rather sell the duck, then that way the beaver guarantee hits these, but... Alright, anyway. Sell to hit 2 units that I'm probably keeping? Okay. I'm buying this. I'm selling this. Okay. Now, I'm leveling the cat? Buy the rabbit? Level the cat? Okay. Hydra for every 10 attack. That seems pretty good. Obviously the wolf can't be up there. I do know that. Yeah, okay. Before summon any one useful. Okay, so I need 1 gold. The question is, what do we do next turn? Do we give up on the old mouse potentially? Maybe. Probably take 1 of these pets. I've actually grown on Mega Starmie, by the way. At first I was like, oh, that's stupid and lazy. And then it was kind of a, oh, well, it's like referencing like Ultraman and stuff from Japan. And then, like, it's just so goofy looking that it's grown on me, and I kind of like it now. So, also, it helps that there's been a lot of there's been a bunch of fan art of Mega Starmie doing, like, famous fighting game moves, fucking spinning bird kick and stuff. I don't know what to do for either of these. Okay, so obviously I'm not getting the discounted food thing. Attack to this is good though. Granted, the corn will never really give it the attack, but I'm at 5 wins. That's the only part that has me a little bit uncertain on how this would work out. I could sell the rabbit just to bring this back in. I guess the rabbit kind of balances the corn, so that the corn will most likely give attack as well, I suppose, in a way, a little bit. I think I'm probably not baycatting though. That's where I've ended up. I feel like I shouldn't keep the mouse, but I don't know. It is also one of the most statted things so far. Okay, Armadillo at the back does have a lot of health. Oof. Okay. The 1 health, 1 attack rabbit. It worked. I guess I'll put myself in the bottom. I had myself a little higher up for a different reason. Spend 12 gold. I don't even know why I have oh, I do know why I have 11 gold. Okay. Okay. Well, I can spend 12 gold if I sell a unit, and then, no, I guess I would need, well, no, this counts as spending gold, right? And then it would trigger that, I think? Oh, we gotta do that for science. We gotta do that for science. I'm not married to the wolf. It is better to have than probably the rabbit, but a seal would also probably be better than the rabbit. I guess there is some food stuff going on here, huh? You know what? I do just kind of want to try the old mouse still. So I guess I'm gonna sell this and then buy this. And then I need to roll. Okay, there's the seal. Yeah, because then you go like this. Ort. Feeds. Then that way this triggers. That makes sense to me. Do this. Can't do that. Roll. I'm doing it. Spent the gold. I guess I didn't even need to do the money thing. Whatever, here we are. I mean, I am getting the mouse things to trigger, so that's cool. Okay, you got some things. Ouch. Okay, hold on. Did I maybe finally put something together right? What is this one? Roll 7 times. Break and give all things stats. Well, I guess I could do that now. I don't... It's only 1-1 to everybody? I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if that's quite worth it. Also, can overwrite... Well, I guess... I'm trying to think. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I don't necessarily want to put like this onto this because I guess I can only buy one thing anyway here. But more gold is nice, but I don't want to just overwrite the grape. But also I might not be... Like, I would probably want to Hydra the... one of these two, maybe the cat. Because it's gonna... But it's not gonna buff itself. This is gonna be getting attack, but it's not gonna be getting health. So I probably don't want to PETA that. But it would be good to have the melon from the Judean date. I don't know, man. I'm gonna do this for now. I'm gonna do this. Roll. I'm not gonna get the thing this turn. That's okay. We're gonna get high attack. That's not gonna be high enough attack. That thing's gonna destroy us. Yeah, that's a very buffed up Fairy Armadillo. And one of the reasons why the Fairy Armadillo is nice to have. Yeah, that's probably not happening either, is it? That is making me more interested in getting rid of the old mouse, I'll say that. I guess I could... No, you can't really change the order. I guess you could change the order to this. I was thinking like Grizzly Bear in the back. But this is really only spawning one thing right now. I guess it might spawn two if the seal hits it. But yeah, I'm not selling that, so. Would like to see a Judy and date, I think. I think I would like to see that. One more roll and then I buy a Hydra. I'm not loving where we're at, but I have some engines going. I just don't know if they're actually good enough to win against probably more normal strategies like that. Although I have high attack, not high enough. Honestly, almost high enough, because I'm pretty sure the chicken in the back could have just beat the last 2 units in full, but here we are. Here we are anyway. I probably can't spend the gold for that, and we're probably not leveling up through that, so might look crazy, but I think I'm gonna roll. More money, I guess, and then we can buy one more thing now. Did not love that. Did not love that. This does look like a loss incoming. Yeah. Wait, how do you a 2040? I guess that is doing that, but I don't know. I've kind of been doing the same. Wait a second. Nope, never mind. It was an interesting team. It had some ideas. I think the mouse was probably going a little too far, is my guess. I think the mouse was a little bit too much, a little too cheat, little too cute. I think you had to abandon that mouse. Stick with the chicken and the feeding, and maybe keep the rabbit instead. Get the seal, etc., etc. But whatever. Boring gladiator. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. You know what's not a thumbs down though? Look, I'm not a big baseball guy nowadays, but that Shohei Ohtani performance might be one of the best baseball performances, like, in history, which is sounds like a crazy thing to say, but I think it might be true, which is even crazier. You know what? Let me get one of these little freaks shooting. Get one of these little freaks shooting. That guy making a lot of money, I'll say that much. That guy gonna make bank. I mean, he already did make bank, I guess, but still. Stream-wise this week, I haven't done like a, oh, what have I played on stream? I didn't do that last time. Obviously Sap and Pad, classics. Obviously Wartime Wednesday. The Friday peak has continued. That has certainly continued. What else did we do? I played a spooky demo called Green Light. Checked in on an Endless Ocean event. It was some other thing that I'm blanking on. And then right before this, I played a demo of a roguelike Picross nonogram game called Creamy Cross, something like that. It was really good. I actually am excited to check that out again in the future. But those were great. Having a good time with those games, those video games. Okay, randomly back to Pokemon. I think Mega Skarmory is maybe the wackest new Mega. It's very not that interesting to me, personally. There's the chicken again. I'm not opposed to that. Not opposed to that. I mean, I definitely would feed the toad. I feel like I need the duck to not lose, but maybe because of the weakness in the shooting, maybe it'll be okay. A little bit of a gamble. That would also be good, I guess. If I get rid of this and then buy. I could also just buy a berry. I think I'm just gonna buy a berry. It's pretty bad money-wise, but The bug's gonna get to shoot twice, and there should be, it'll either apply weakness or hit things that are weak, which seems good to me. Like now it's weak. And then it killed it, and it didn't get a spawn because of that? Oh, but you have an insane leveled thing that got a bunch of stats. Whatever, man. Screw you. Okay. So... I guess you could also kangaroo with fairy dust and stuff. Seems pretty good, too. The shots seemed not bad either, to be honest, though. The shots seemed not that bad. Huge Bombas value? That's what I'm saying. It's very satisfying Bombas value. I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll. I want levels. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna not forget that this needs a gold. Huge value. One gold for half of a stat is not the greatest value, but that's good Bombas value, though. That's great Bombas value, in fact. Little guy's doing a lot of work. Level. Okay. It's an early cat. I think we're just gonna do that. It does mean that this is not going... What is this song? It keeps doing the... this is Luigi Mansion 2 Dark Moon soundtrack, King Boo's Illusion, all themes, no SFX. I think I was saying this on stream at a different point of the week. This sound effect is like the sound effect in like Hell's Kitchen or something. When you hear it, it's the noise. The high pitch, whatever you call it, noise. Do I get rid of Bombas? Corn Locust? I mean, it's only gonna get one corn. Not like it's gonna get much else. Deal 2 damage to the first enemy when a friend faints. That's probably just better than this. I honestly kind of like it better also because it means this will attack, die, hopefully get the toad weakness, then get shot and killed, whereas this was... I mean, I guess they both work, but it's just kind of better. We could get Farmer Crow, but that's not for a while. Okay. We have to wait because we need to... That was the noise. Did you hear it? 1 gold. Cat. Or rabbit. Okay. We're doing the food build, but maybe not stupid this time. Okay. So this shoots... See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A little bit better. A squeeze bit better. Okay. However, now you're not as good, but I am going to take the level now. So I do feel... I'm going to ignore this mouse, I think. I think I'm going to ignore this mouse. I mean, I could get rid of the... Like, these are kind of a combo. In some respect. It's doing the noise. I want to do the rabbit thing. It just makes sense to do that. But the question is, what of this am I taking apart? If I take this out, this becomes a lot worse, like almost useless. So then it's almost, well, maybe you just take this out instead and bring in the rabbit for now. And then we need a 16 slot. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Weevil kind of works well with that stuff, but that's a long time ago. Deal 2 damage. I mean, this is already always going to do 3 damage, 3 damage. This is going to do 2 damage, 2 damage. And then 1 damage. I mean, I know there's fairy dust and stuff, but I don't think I'm doing that. This feels like a really weird play to make. I feel like this is a very strange move to be making, but... And I think I'm gonna ignore these, which also feels really strange. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely need to get that, I'm gonna bench the roach soon, but it was more of like an immediate, okay, well that's bad too. Even with the weakness? Yeah, even with the weakness and the seaweed thing. Okay. None of these are of interest. This is neat, but not that useful right now, I don't think. I don't think I'd rather buy it over this. I mean, it does a little bit of the rabbit, I guess, but... How am I getting the discounted thing again? I gotta wait until tofu? A ways away. It's a ways away. And it's almost tempting to just buy this, but... Kinda wanted to, like, I don't like keeping this here to roll is the only thing, but... Okay. Okay, cat. Like, our whole team is unleveled. Our whole team is unleveled. Okay. Alright. What do we got? An 815 back there. That's not great news. That is not great news. So level 1 that's an 815? That's some serious leveling that's been taking place. God damn. Some serious leveling that's been taking place. Well, that's interesting, I guess. Roll. Roll. Gold. Well, I would say it's not going great. Damn, there's a level 3 guy back there. I was like, wait, why am I getting shot so much? That's why. That's why I'm getting shot so much. I'd love to level this and then sell it, but I feel like the game's not gonna give me that. Okay. This is a crazy feed. That's a crazy thing to do. No, because that doesn't even make sense, because it doesn't even work like that. Remove 4 health from one random enemy for each food this has eaten this turn. I think I have to just sell this. Then I guess I just put this in the back for now. Armadillo? And then I guess I'm toading. I'm not getting the thing this turn, but for each health it has. This is also being level 1 is bad, obviously. Yeah. Don't think we have much of a chance. Okay. Wow, that thing shot for a lot. Oh, we have no chance. Wow, well, that didn't go so well. I feel like that team can work. Maybe you just need... I mean, if I had the level 2 going... I think it's one of those where it's like, maybe the toad, I was caring too much about being up here, and then it wasn't getting enough weakness. I don't know. There's something to that, but... There's something to this setup. Maybe you don't need the cat, but the cat has traditionally been very good for me. But I guess you can't really get a discounted food that early, so perhaps that's part of the problem. Either way, I mean, you still can get the attack stats, but... Anyway, we'll have to run it back. Man that loses continues to lose. I need some Mega Starmie inspiration.